Why don't you ask him? What's up?
Junlei Tennyson. I'm captain around here, but chief to my friends. Hope
She
you don't
did
mind
Team Fortress 2 when she was just 17, and then just stuff since 2012. She did do Aloy in Horizon Zero Dawn. Who was she in Team Fortress 2? Recently unshackled from Groundbreaker's impound.
Just so we understand each other, I'm the final word on the ship.
Uh-huh.
The Mardits, the crew, the engineers, their family.
Oh, she was Miss Pauling. Okay, so she was in TF2 but not in TF2, right? Because Miss Pauling was only in the shorts, I think. I'll do whatever I can to help you keep the peace. What brings me to Groundbreaker? I'm curious, even though 9 times out of 10 the answer is just passing through. Well, just passing through.
We see a lot of the same faces coming and going. Most of them.
I thought maybe she was a character, but I was like, wait, there's no female Team Fortress 2 characters, is there? They totally should have let you choose what gender you wanted to play each different class. That would have been awesome. And it wouldn't have taken that much more work. Parvati, you wanted to talk to Junlei. Go ahead.
What? I didn't think you just...
Parvati, is it? That's a lovely name. What can I do for you?
This is your mom, isn't it?
I was just thinking, I haven't got much experience working with actual, real spaceships, Miss Junlei. Chief Junlei.
Junlei is fine.
Nudge Parvati to continue.
Okay. Since you run a whole space station, I was wondering if, well, maybe you could teach me some things. I could message you later, maybe?
I'd be happy to make the time, Parvati. You can ask.
Well, isn't this just the nicest lady in the whole entire place? Don't be shy about requesting time off if you need to compare notes in person.
Right. In person. Sure thing, Captain. Wow, great. I'll do that then. Messages. Later. Oh, your name's pretty too. I should have said... Sorry. I like it. Honest. Sorry.
Very awkward. Nice job, Parvati.
Couldn't have done it without your moral support, Captain.
Now, if there's nothing else, there are other parts of the ship begging for my attention.
So I heard you have a heat problem.
Groundbreaker's radiators need replacement parts. They're dumping superheated air into my ship.
Mm-hmm. So, why haven't you fixed them?
Only the board has access to new parts, and I won't let them swindle me into a corner.
Surely the board doesn't want Groundbreaker to roast.
They want us to sweat, thinking that'll soften me up for a bad faith deal. If you'll excuse me, they can go fuck themselves.
Yay!
The board isn't helping, and my resources are spread thin. If I don't get those radiators back online, Groundbreaker, everyone on board, will be cooked alive.
Which is interesting, because in the background, not only can you see the, like, bokeh effect of being out of focus, but you can also see the heat waves. You need a contractor to work this out. I'm available for a reasonable rate.
Reasonable, huh? That's the best news I've heard all day. According to my grandmother's old schematics, the parts we need should be in the back bays.
Mm-hmm. I don't know where that is.
Sorry. The back bays are on a lower deck, long abandoned and a haven for miscreants now.
Uh-huh. Couldn't we try to talk this out for whoever's down there?
Those idiots are immune to reason, and they don't much care if the station melts to pieces. They're content to die last.
No, fun.
If you could find some way to solve this without violence, I'd prefer that. But more than anything, we need those parts.
Okay. Have you started sending anyone else down there?
One of my engineers, plus a small security detail. They didn't come back. I can't afford to lose any Mardits on this job.
Cool. None taken.
Nice and pragmatic.
Let's see. I'll get you these parts from the back bays, and I'm going to convince somebody to give you a great big bonus birthday cake. Oh, my God. Everybody's going to be so happy. What you got on this terminal, lady? I insist you let me look through it. Okay. Wait a second. There was another message there. No, there was no message. It was a return to root. Okay, well, be back soon, probably. Alright, well,
That chief...
you did great job.
Well, I didn't expect her to be so tall. And did you see the size of her arms?
Yeah. Huge. You have a crush on her.
What? No. Maybe? I don't... It's like somebody reached into my head and pulled out what I didn't know I wanted. You know how hard it is to find anybody who likes working with tools in a little town like Edgewater?
Yay! There's a lot more to a relationship than beefy arms and a shared career.
I reckon there's worse play. Did you see how everybody on Groundbreaker listens to Junlei? She's just, here's how to fix it.
They trust her. We can help Parvati find love.
She's calm.
Okay. Seems good to me. You better head back to the ship. We're gonna go fighting some shit, so... We don't want to get in no trouble. I think this is the way down.
Look at all these people that came to see you.
Ooh, Combat Monkey, thank you for that host. Just taking a nap. Been up all night, so... Have a great night, Haddis. We'll check you later. Hey, guess what?
Have you had a moment to look into that little opportunity I told you about on Roseway?
I did.
Don't hurry.
I investigated the distress
What's
signal.
that? Speak up now.
You're gonna give me trouble. About those secrets you asked me to look for.
What'd you turn up?
Well, I found this fancy toothpaste formula, or a formula for experimental rocket fuel. Seems like pretty advanced stuff. This one, because it gives us quest experience.
My stars, what a find. Fine picking like this deserves an equally fine payout.
You know it.
Go on, dearie. And don't spend it all in one place.
I also acquired research on Raptidon Musk.
Pardon me, sweetheart. My old ears must have misheard you. Did you say Raptidon? Gracious.
An old lady that actually looks old.
Monarch. Naughty, naughty.
Well, you know what she looks like? She looks like
here might pay a fair few
the lady
pips
from
for
Doctor
this.
Strange.
Might even be able to start a bidding war.
I also found schematics for a prototype weapon from Force.
Peaches and cream. If that isn't the most handsome bit of lethal engineering I've seen all week.
Mm-hmm.
That will go for a tidy sum of bits.
You know it. Can't pass either of these. I think that's it.
Plenty, my dear. And more than I thought you'd find. You got a knack for snooping.
You know it.
I ought to
Yeah,
just
Tilda
hire you
Swinton.
next time, instead of those sublight lunkheads. Law bless you for doing the legwork, sweetie. Don't forget your friend Gladys now. You can come visit any time.
Cool. So, what'll happen to them
I'm afraid
secrets?
that's confidential, my dear. A matter of customer privacy. I'd wager you'd demand the same were you the one buying.
Yeah.
You here for a particular...
I mean, I need that Stellar Bay nav key, but apparently one of the things that she gave me for all those treats was a ton of bits, and I could just keep them if I really wanted to. Increased interactable highlight range. That's a nice little utility mod. I guess I better take this thing. She also has a salvager's helper corrosion thingy for a pistol. That's fun. Now, do I get anything to sell to you? It doesn't look like it. I mean, unless you want these things. And I like that she gave me another piece of candy. What a sweet old lady. I'm going to put up both of these on my equipment in a second here. But I think we're all done, and I need that thingy, so...
Fantastic. You should have a chat with Lilia Hagen in the sub... Now.
I will be doing that. Okay. Thanks, lady. It tells you your discount with the different groups. Oh, I must be thirsty. So, let's see here. Let's get everything up to 50. Or damn near, I guess. And then we'll just keep working our way through it. We should be able to do... Oh, no, we can't do Tier 2 stuff yet until we get 5 Tier 1 perks. So there's only one more Tier 1 perk I thought would be useful. Which would be this one, the armor durability loss. Or maybe the carry weight one would be helpful. Let's do the carry weight one. Now we can get up to Tier 2 stuff. But as you... let's just look through these really fast. Because we haven't really discussed any of this stuff. But I've already seen a lot of this. And none of them really shock me with the capacity for greatness. You know what I mean? Like, there's no perks in here that are similar at all to a New Vegas perk, like Rad Child, or like, you know, what's another really intense one from New Vegas that kind of can default your whole build? There's no Demolition Expert type of thing. There's not even grenades in this game, now that I think about it. There's heavy guns that do grenade launching, but we've kind of looked through these. This is a nice one if I was doing companion stuff, but we're not. Less of a penalty to accuracy with movement speed. More time dilation stuff. More science weapon damage. More movement speed during time dilation. Better headshot, weak spot damage. Better highlight range is a good one. Vendor price don't matter. Reset in a bit companion ability stuffs. 15% health restored per kill. Minus 50% consumable weight. More carrying capacity bonus from companions. I guess if you have a companion, then you get a bonus to your carry weight by having them in your party. And then there's also this one, dialogue skills. So, and this is only if you have no companions in your party. So we'll probably take this one, and maybe the interactable highlight range. Maybe the vendor buyer price. Maybe the less consumable weight, since that's the thing that we carry around the most. But then in here you've got bonuses to science weapon damage, weapon sway, next attack after killing an enemy is a guaranteed critical hit, armor rating and skill bonus. This would be a good one. Better carrying capacity, better movement speed, better damage, damage under health, headshot damage. This is reviving companions, although I don't know if it works on whatever companions that are dead in Supernova, because they can be permanently killed. And then you've got penetrating shots, thick skin for minus of area effect and plasma damage. This would help with the mines that I keep stepping on. This one is basically leeching damage from melee, and this one is minus to detection. So this one would be a good one. You know, there's a couple of others that we mentioned. Like this one would be a good one, the Armor Master. And then maybe for this character, this less damage thing here. But you have to take... Essentially, you have to take 5 points of Tier 1 to get access to Tier 2. And then you need to take 10 points of Tier 1 and 2 to get access to Tier 3. And that's all the perks. There's not like a perk in there that's like, you know... There's nothing like Black Widow, right? Nothing that's that specific or interesting. There's not like anything to do with Critical Banker. There's no like Ricochet type of thing in there. You don't have like a Basher perk. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, there's a lot of really weird shit in Fallout that's just there, and 99% of the time you don't do anything with it. But then 1% of the time you decide to use that as the basis for your whole build, right? So there's nothing like no weapons, fists, companions. Although kind of that's what we're doing here. Only no weapons and fists companions, we were actually killing guys. Using power armor bashes and that sort of thing. But there's also kind of weird stuff that gets unlocked as a result of you doing this base stuff. So, as you can see here, we will get terrified creatures if we kill one doing that shit. This auto-mechanical scramble chance can be boosted if we get to 80 here. But most of this stuff is not stuff that's like the basis for an entire build. It's just a little bonus that takes place. Of course, it does show that if we're doing science, we get a bonus to plasma shock and science weapon effects. And then if we're doing medical, we get better healing and better effect duration from items slotted in the medical inhaler. I guess I can switch the medical inhaler to different stuff. I just never even thought about that. Better NPC decay rate, better sneak attack damage comes from sneak, that kind of thing. That's all the stuff that we have bonused out. Up here you can see bonuses to damage, crit chance, crit chance, sway, dodge distance, blocking when using a melee weapon, that kind of thing. You could be a hardcore faction loyalist build, that's true. But, I mean, we've already done, I think, all that you could possibly do. Oh, wait a second. Apparently, if I had a rest and go keycard, I could open these safes. This stuff belongs to me. Wait a second, this doesn't belong to me. I thought it was on my ship. I guess not, huh? There's a lot of mecha, mag picks down here. And this stuff I'm allowed to take. For some reason. I guess this is all trash. I don't think any of this stuff is worth a damn. Unless I want more of these adrenos. But we don't really. Okay, well, let's see. Apparently I'm in a zone where I could get attacked. But I don't really know how or where. I'm not even sure where the hell I am. Apparently this was... No, I have no idea. None whatsoever. Oh, you mean like only using their stuff? Yeah, that would be fun. Oh, I have a skill point I didn't take. Or I didn't put this stuff in, apparently. I didn't accept it as the reality of the situation. So we have this thing, but we need to do... Ask Parvati about Junlei, security terminal on the groundbreaker. I gotta do this. Nope, that doesn't go anywhere. And... Oh, faction-specific perks? Yeah, maybe. Well, I mean, I don't know. For instance, if we go to character and go to reputation, you can see that we've been considered revering by the deserters. And this is specifically to the people who left Edgewater. It's not even, you know, whatever, so these are all secondary guys. But apparently, the bonus that we get for doing this is they put a plant on the ship. But you also get, yeah... whatever, cheaper, yabba-ya. Okay, so supposedly I have a thingy in here that lets me just walk through and hang out, but I don't know how I would make it work. The holographic shroud makes for an effective disguise. Oh, I need to have an ID card for this. Wait a second, what's this thing? Oh, it's the nav key. Okay, well, you guys aren't really paying attention, so... Don't worry. Shit. Still detected, like, immediately. What are they supposed to do in here, even?
Protect the groundbreaker!
I'm sorry. Okay, well, this will be fine for later. These guys are real upset. But every time you get caught doing some shit, they get all upset at you. God, there's a lot of enemies in here. I'm gonna die. God damn. There was something I'm supposed to do in here, but I can't figure out what it is. Oh, God. I'm stuck. They have trapped me. Let me through! Oh, God! There's a guy in a moon outfit. I can't get away. I couldn't get away. There was too many people in the door, and I couldn't, like, even push him. I should have tried to hit him with the stun baton as my last ditch effort to see if they really would have, you know, backed out. Wait a second, did we already do... What the fuck did we do? We have... Oh, we haven't done this yet. Introduce Parvati to Junlei, and we still haven't done that. We have to do all that shit again. Yeah, all I did was get caught creeping around in the back room of some place that I was supposed to be for something. But I got avoided by a guy who was in a Spacer's Choice of Moon helmet. Okay, she's still behind me.
Heard from the last is down on 20.
Son of a biatch. That's some shit right there. I tried. I was trying good. But they detected me and got upset. They always detect me and get upset. Once you get detected, you're like fucked in this area. So it's too bad because there's two things
Rent an upstairs room?
that I'm supposed to do in here. I investigated the thingy. I found this experimental formula. I found the thingy. And that's all that I got. What'll happen to those secrets that I sold you? Let me have the... But this is not what I wanted. You have different shit this time. You ass bastard. You stupid ass bastard. Give me this. And thanks. Let's see, how do I get out of this creepazoid bullshit?
I know monarchs are moon. I think it counted.
It probably does. It's a good thing Parvati doesn't block me. Okay, so that's Ada. But aren't we supposed to do something else in here? Junlei's bullshit. Yeah, we didn't do a very good job of surviving that situation. Should have run right back to the ship or went inside of some place.
Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information needed to capture a
Dude.
Who's exit?
I'm captain of the Yabbity, yeah. I'll do whatever I can to help. Just passing through. Junlei, go ahead. Don't be shy to take some times off. Nice, good job. So here's the contractor. Don't know where the back bays are. You can't get these parts anywhere else. Try to talk it out. We tried sending someone down there. None taken. I'll get those parts for you. Nailed it. And... oh, this one? I didn't talk to her yet about this. I think maybe Parvati's gonna find out that she's got a crush on her mom. Okay, well, head back to the ship. You're doing great. Do this one more goddamn time. What do we do? Pack mule? And then maybe now I can go do this thingy. This is the security terminal that I got busted for fucking with. Only I did my very best not to get caught, so maybe I ought to just go all the way back out. Let's see. Yeah, we'll go all the way back out and save again so that I can do this without any trouble. Because I sure got fucked up last time. I got in deep shit. CCN milk chocolate bar with caramel and free pea-free nuts in it. That's fun. Pea-free. I don't want any pea in my nuts, that's for sure. Pea is stored in the nuts, they say. And they're serious about it. Dead serious. Okay.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
So, about Junlei and your date. How does it go? How's it going?
Hey, Captain.
Sure.
She sent me a I don't know.
Comes from the heart, you say. I probably should listen to this dialogue because we haven't heard it before. She's the engine and I'm the lady. It's a real romantic poem. Made my chest hurt, kinda. Sounds like she likes you.
I don't know where it's leading yet, or if I'm misinterpreting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not much interested in physical stuff. Never have been. Leastway's not like other folks seem to be.
Hi.
It's not that I can't. I just don't care for it. It's been a problem in the past.
So here's an
Folks wanted to be
interesting
with me back
twist
in the
on the
Vale,
game.
and
You don't romance people, but you can
said I
sometimes
was
help with
cold.
their romantic endeavors. And apparently Parvati is ace. And she's not interested in physical stuff, but she's falling in love with the captain of the Groundbreaker, and you're supposed to, like, help her along. So there you go. To hell with them.
Thanks, Captain. That makes me feel a touch better. I actually had another message
These are
from
like
June
Scory. Spacebar. Spacebar.
work up the courage to open it. But I'm gonna change that.
Damn,
Right now.
you met her just a little while ago, and she's
Okay.
already sending you poetry.
Let's see here. Talking about old friends. got to
Talking about old
thinking.
friends, got to thinking. Isabel.
Isabel.
Who is Isabel?
Who's Isabel?
I don't know. Everything okay?
They were close, Captain. Like
Uh-huh.
more than friends.
Sounds like
close.
they were close.
I don't know. Junlei talked about them like it was past, but how far in the past? 10 years? Last week? Captain, I'm feeling all mixed up right now. Could we maybe head to the Groundbreaker? Get some drinks at that
Yeah,
bar
of
there?
course. That's where
Lost
we
Hope?
literally are already. Great idea. Drinking solves everything. Wouldn't it be easier to talk to her about Isabel in person?
Maybe for you. I start thinking about all the things she
Oh,
could say and my guts
Jesus.
start crawling up my throat. I'm full serious. Next time we're on the Groundbreaker, I aim to get a drink.
Okay.
If I got to, I'll do it on my lonesome. But I'd feel better.
She
if
got
someone trusted
broken
me.
up immediately. Didn't Anthony Versus some really problematic things to say about ace people a while back? I don't know. If he did, I'm sure Ashley wasn't too stoked on it. Is this whole map inside? Kind of. The maps aren't like Fallout. I know that people thought that it was going to be because it was these people who made Fallout games, but it's not like a fully open world. It's more like Mass Effect, or it's another good example, Knights of the Old Republic, or Dishonored, where you go from location to location, but you only really go to some specific locations. The good news about that is you see a lot of weird, different shit from spot to spot. The bad news about that is you know, you don't do a lot of like hardcore exploration from spot to spot.
How's this work? Do we get a table? Stand in a corner?
Seeking relief from the heat?
Mm-hmm.
Till Junlei gets those radiators fixed, I've got the next best thing.
Maybe a little bit of that. Cool. What's all this heat issues and shit?
Couldn't say.
Got it. I'm doing a great job.
Don't know what's got.
Okay, well, I'm taking care of that shit.
There's nobody who knows more about the station's guts. Any system you could name, June's crawled around inside and made it better. She doesn't come around here often, though. Don't see her as much of a drinker. Too straight-laced for that.
Cool. So, Parvati is specifically, when you go into the first bar in the first area, she's like, you're not a big drinker, are you? As if that's like a major, fuck you to her. And I think maybe that was because her dad was a big drinker and it made him cold and distant. And now she's trying to just start drinking because she wants to be cold and distant because she's already had her heart broken by the possibility of somebody ever having a relationship. And I gotta say, that's a pretty childish fucking explanation of a person who you're interested in. Because if you're interested in her, you can't just assume that she's never been fucking visited. You know, you don't conquer new territory when you date somebody. You
Okay. Oh, and don't...
Fuck, I can't do this one. I'm not much of a drinker. You're new to the whole loosening up thing. How about some wine?
Well, that's fruit and such, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Wine it is. Bottoms up.
Drinking it straight from the
this
bottle?
is really kind of nice, actually. Who'd have guessed old fruit could taste so good? Oh, Captain. I'm pining for doing something fierce. What am I doing?
Well, whining, it sounds like. Generally or specifically?
I mean, just with Junlei. I don't know what to do about us.
Well, I thought you wanted to learn how to fix engines. What the fuck happened to that?
Well, she talked about another girl, right? Isabel. Mentioned her by name and everything, like she wanted me to know.
Maybe Isabel's her dog.
Maybe I've been making a right fool of myself this whole time. Maybe she's not interested after all.
Well, mummies, we're kind of figuring it out as we go. There's a lot of fun stuff that we could do in this game, and we'll probably end up doing it, but no one sends terrible, vaguely sensual poetry to someone they don't like.
I don't know, I'd call it, sensual.
That's what I think too, mummies. I think
lot.
it's her dog or something. A pet. The plum implied you calming her with a touch. That's romance serial grade stuff.
He did. Oh dear, I hadn't really... Oh my goodness. And I told you?
Mm-hmm.
It was real long and rambly. She was telling me a story about her dad, how a lady named Isabel did all sorts of things to try to win his favor.
Mm-hmm.
This Isabel lady never quite managed to get her dad's approval, but they carried on anyways. Made something good out of a bad situation. Then it all went down the tubes. Do you think Junlei still has feelings for her?
What's this really about? I can't even pass this one. No, I don't think so.
Well, maybe she just wanted to let me know her preferences. In a less awkward way. But that made it more awkward.
Mm-hmm.
I need another drink. Right now. Before I lose my nerve.
Let's get you some water.
Come on, Captain. I'm here to drink. Okay, maybe you're right. I am a little woozy. Hydration. Here I come.
That one says water on it. It's a big glass, like, liquor bottle that says water on it.
Even about silly things, but I'm so scared.
Yeah, sorry, Matthew. I don't actually have mods. How you doing? About what?
Everything? I got a solar system's worth of terrifying questions swirling around my head. Does she think I'm as pretty as I think she's handsome? What if she doesn't like me? What if she does? What if she's still got feelings for that lady?
This lady is going to crash and burn in every relationship, man. You gotta chill the fuck out. Fuck if I know. I'm just here for the booze. There's an easy way to get answers to all those questions.
There's nothing easy about spilling your guts to the person who's got your heart in their hands.
Uh-huh.
You know I'm not interested in physical affection.
Uh-huh.
Well, it's tripped folks up in the past. Folks I thought cared about me for me. What if she's not okay with that? What if she is, but then later, she's not?
Well, let's see. Are you afraid of being rejected for who you are? Not interested in physical affection either. You could go your separate ways. You're afraid of disappointing her. You can't control what people react to, even people you care about. Are you afraid of being rejected for who you are? I think is the one that I should probably go with.
Of course. Wouldn't you be?
Nah, I mean, yeah, everyone is.
Huh. I've never thought of it that way.
I was licking my head.
I wonder what June's
Good?
afraid of being rejected for. She seems perfect to me. Maybe those are just my rosish colored goggles talking. To be strong like
Bubbles.
Gosh, I
Bubbles.
don't know that I got that in me. Sometimes I feel real mean inside, Captain.
Mm-hmm.
I think ungenerous thoughts.
Fun. Something to work on then.
Yeah. I like the way you put that. Like, it's okay to want to be better for her, and not impossible to try.
Sure.
Well, Captain, this has been...
You definitely
a
built
whole
this
lot.
up
I got
way
you.
too much in your head,
Wow.
and you are screwed.
So much to think about.
You have basically you've poisoned the goddamn well.
Oh, gosh.
You're still unsure?
All right. There's no need to strip your screws over it. Okay.
Cool.
Thanks for hearing me out and giving me counsel.
Thanks. You're welcome. I had to get this lady slightly drunk to convince her to ask out the captain lady who's in charge of the space station.